Standing tall, hand in hand, breaking down the walls we stand. Lift each other through the storm, every heart forever warm. Different paths but same goals, stories shared make us whole. Voices strong, echoes clear, unified we have no fear. Together we rise, shine through the skies, brighter than the stars, no one left behind. Color shades, light and dark, every difference makes a mark. Strength in every face we see, united as a family. Together we rise, shine through the skies, brighter than the stars, no one left behind. Every step we take, every move we make, hand in hand we'll break barriers.
Good morning and welcome to Trinity DEI Insights for Leaders. My name is Francisca Brown and I'm the founder of DeLeon Consulting. And a little bit about me, I have over 30 years of experience in corporate, building out strategies, developing diverse marketing plans, and training and development, with the last 16 years specifically focused in DEI. There have been so many changes over the last couple of years with DEI, and it's hard to keep up. We're going to cover some of the things that are happening, but also some of the ways that you can keep abreast of what's going on by joining communities such as the Executive Board, Inclusion Action Coalition IAC, the Diversity Council, and continue growing by getting your own certifications through programs from the Institute of Diverse Certification or Cornell University. At DeLeon Consulting, we specialize in creating inclusive cultures that drive results. And we do this through our focus model, which is a framework that you can also use when developing your own strategies within your organizations. So we start with the F, which is foundation. And we really want to understand where your current state is as an organization and what your culture is. O is for objectives. We work with you to define specific DEI objectives so that they work within your organizational goals. Customizations, our solutions are customized to fit your unique challenges and goals. Understanding, this is where we foster an environment where all voices are heard and valued, even the ones that challenge DEI. And then success, where we focus on long-term solutions for success, not quick fixes. Today's agenda includes the importance of DEI in the modern business world, emerging DEI trends, and practical steps for leaders. Now, you may have noticed, especially in the last year or two, there's been a lot of commentary about DEI. And I'm just here to tell you, DEI is not a buzzword. I know people want to make it into a buzzword when you see or hear things like DEI hire, DEI candidate, but it's so much more than that. When it's done right, it becomes an integral part of an organization and how they do business, like any other strategy for success. When there is integration, DEI impacts business outcomes. To do this, we have to find out what's really important to the organization and their leaders. Is it profitability, employee engagement or turnover, or innovation? Or is there some challenge that they're working on that they need to fix? This will help guide you to getting to the right metrics and statistics that really do make a difference within your organization and that matter. Or you may actually find some blind spots that no one was aware of. I also want to caution you a little bit because there are some great statistics out there and I love myself using them. They're from McKinsey, they're from Deloitte, they're from Korn Ferry, and they talk about if you have these percentages of diversity within your organization, how it increases innovation or profitability or engagement and things like that. But you have to make sure that the metrics that you're talking about actually matter to your organization. And if they don't, make sure you be more specific to what matters most. We're going to talk about 3 trends today. And they're not new trends in the world of like these have been around a while, but the intersectionality of DEI, they are. One is hybrid and remote work environments, which is really some shifting that's going on and how it's presenting new challenges and opportunities for people that are of diverse communities. Mental health, there's a growing recognition of the intersection between DEI and mental health and the greater impact it's actually having on people in underrepresented communities. And then data-driven strategies, where leveraging data to drive DEI initiatives is becoming increasingly important and integral to success. If you don't have the data, you don't get anything done. And also assessing and understanding what data you should be tracking and measuring so that you can tell your story. So don't forget, even though you have all this data, you need to also be able to talk about what is the story you're trying to tell and how you're going to communicate that to your leaders in your organization. Now let's dive a bit deeper into hybrid and remote work environments and the challenges that it's presenting to inclusion. And one of the things that we're finding is that remote workers, which is not new, are feeling isolated or disconnected from the team. But some other things that we heard from an opportunity is some of our diverse workers were saying it was nice because they didn't have to deal with the office politics. They could be themselves. So that was something that was great that happened with remote work. One of the other things I want to talk about are biases that can emerge from being remote, especially within virtual meetings and communication. One of those being proximity bias, where remote workers may be overlooked for promotions, important projects, or professional development opportunities because they are not seen as often as their other counterparts. Availability bias, where remote workers may be perceived as less productive or less engaged simply because they are not visible. Communication. Remote workers may be excluded from informal conversations, brainstorming sessions, or networking opportunities that occur spontaneously in the office. And autonomy bias, that because they're not seen, they're believed not to have the need for as much support, and so therefore they're neglected in terms of guidance, feedback, and professional development. Now, some solutions to this to foster inclusivity are: how do we create team building activities in a virtual way that engages both the in person, the virtual, and bring them together so that we bridge that gap and we can build relationships? We also want to ensure equitable access to resources and opportunities for all employees, no matter where they're located. We want to look at implementing flexible work policies that consider diverse needs, such as neurodiversity, where they may need to work in sprints and not a full 8-hour day, or people that are taking care of their children or their elderly parents. Creating awareness and training around these biases is going to be essential to mitigating them. And then lastly, clear, inclusive communication channels to make sure everyone has access. DEI and mental health are really closely linked. Employee well-being is well supported and a priority when you have inclusive environments. Why is it important to DEI? Well, because employees from marginalized groups are often faced with additional stressors and mental health challenges than their counterparts, such as microaggressions, the need to code switch or minimize who they are so they fit in, changes in laws and regulations that have negatively impacted diverse communities, such as LGBTQ+. Some of the things that we can do to really support mental health within the DEI framework are providing access to mental health resources and support from a standpoint that the people that are providing that support to our employees are actually diverse themselves and can provide the service from a framework where they actually can be an affinity to that group and know and understand what they may be going through. Also, from the standpoint that it's cost effective and not cost prohibitive, they can actually afford to get the treatment or therapy they need. Next is training managers to recognize and address mental health issues so that they can lead with empathy and understanding some of the stigmas out there that may be around mental health. Creating employee resource groups is another way to really bring awareness and understanding around mental health issues and well-being. Data is a powerful tool and it's shaping effective DEI strategies. And here's why it matters, because data helps identify gaps and measure progress. It enables us to make the best decisions possible because they're evidence based. Here again, this helps us understand what the goals of the organization that really matter and are important. And tying those goals with DEI metrics to organizational goals to deliver upon ROI is essential to making sure that you get the results that you need to tell the story about what the impact of DEI is. Some ways to actually measure this are through employee surveys and feedback tools, such as employee engagement and satisfaction and culture surveys. There are diversity dashboards and analytics platforms. And some of the metrics you should consider are things like workforce demographics, recruitment and hiring metrics, and implementing tools like Texio, Blendor, Junco, and Ideal, which helps eliminate bias in the initial recruiting process. Promotion and career progression metrics, retention and turnover rates, and pay equity, just a few to consider. There's many more. Now, leaders play a crucial role in driving DEI and making it sustainable throughout the organization. Here are some practical steps that they can take. One, building out a team that is diverse and committed to DEI goals. This allows them to bring in diverse perspectives to develop their business goals, vision, mission, overall strategies. And when this comes time to revamp those because the changing markets and things that are happening. Number two is providing ongoing training and development to all employees, because we're always going to have new employees, but also from the standpoint of new things are happening and how do we start to integrate DEI into current curriculum and new curriculum so it's not always a standalone piece, but people start to feel like it's of the very fabric of the organization and the way we do business. Create accountability structures, such as, take a step back, leveraging technology and inclusivity, where we're using tools, communication platform tools, and virtual collaboration tools like Teams and Slack. And lastly, creating accountability structures where we set clear DEI goals and measure progress regularly. We hold our leaders accountable for DEI outcomes, integrate into performance reviews and compensation, regularly report and provide transparency around those numbers, and setting up things like a DEI council at the executive level and having executive sponsors so we make sure that it stays sustainable within our organizations. Now, building and maintaining a strong sustainable DEI strategy can be really heavy at times. And if you're looking for a thought partner or someone to help guide the way, please consider us at DeLeon Consulting. We bring a level of expertise with over 16 years of DEI experience across multiple industries. We tailor our solutions because we understand that every organization is unique and our strategies are unique to tailor towards them. We offer services such as consulting, where we help you develop and implement a robust DEI strategy. Coaching, where are designed to empower leaders and their teams. Workshops on various DEI topics to educate and engage your workforce. And assessments, where we track your DEI progress and identify areas of improvement. Now, let's open the floor up to your questions. I want you to feel free to ask about any DEI challenges you're facing or insights you'd like to discuss. Great. So to bring this home and to summarize, I want to talk about what we covered today. DEI drives business success by enhancing innovation, profitability, and employee engagement. Emerging trends like hybrid and remote work, mental health, and data-driven strategies are reshaping DEI. Practical steps for leaders include building a diverse leadership team, investing in education, leveraging technology, and creating accountability structures. My call to action to you today is really about starting assessing your own current DEI efforts and identifying areas of opportunity. And if you need help with that, please feel free to reach out to me at fbrown@mydeleonconsulting.com. My phone number is 608-332-2299. Here are my social media links and also my website, www.mydeleonconsulting.com.
Come from different places, different faces, different
I just want to thank you for
names.
joining me today and just have a good
Colors
rest of your
woven
day.
in the fabric, but our hearts, they love the same. In the rhythm of our stories, dancing to a different beat. We find strength in our diversity, making harmony so sweet. We are one in the tapestry, every thread a part of me. We're the hues that make us free in this vibrant tapestry. Voices rise.